people, their lives are changing. We're flying high, creating a complaint-free world. No more, no more complaining. People, their lives are changing. We're flying high, creating a complaint-free world. No more.
Today, I want to talk with you. We talked about DBT, Dialectical Behavioral Therapy, as a way of helping people who have experienced abuse or people who are themselves abusive. And there's something in DBT, and I've actually listened to several books now on it and have read a book on it too. And DBT, or I'm reading, DBT is, it's a way of teaching people to cope with life who struggle with severe crippling anxiety, depression, maybe cutting themselves, suicidal ideation. There's a lot of people out there like that. That was, when I got this book, I was like, over 500,000 copies sold. And I'm thinking, that's in English, that's in the United States. And that's huge. That makes that one, which shows you that there's a lot of people out there who are struggling with these types of issues. Now, I want to ask you a question. Let's say you have an upsetting experience. And I always go back to my experience with the dry cleaner here. And that was, I dropped off like 19 shirts. It wasn't that many, it was probably 10. And then we had the pandemic, and they were the first ones to shut down. And then they were the last ones to open up. So my shirts were kept for 2.5 months. Finally, they opened up. I went in and I said, I'm here to pick up my shirts. And they said, can you come back in an hour? And I was like, I just took a breath and walked away. And then I came back actually a few days later, because I just was like, no, I can't come back in an hour. But the next time I'm around here, I'll stop. And I came in and I asked for my shirts, and you know what they said? Can you come back in 15 minutes? And yeah, I got triggered. Okay. I got triggered inside. I didn't lose my stuff or anything. I said, just give me my shirts. And then they insisted on charging me for them, So if you can relate to that experience, I would imagine you would find that to be at least moderately upsetting. Now, when we get upset, what happens? I'm going to ask you, and I want you to think about this, and I want you to participate, and you can say it out loud. So when you get upset, usually an experience happens that you consider to be too much, blah, blah, blah. And first of all, do you feel it in your body somewhere? Do you feel your upsettedness in your body? Now, for me, it's in this area, okay? It's right in here, even down to my fingertips. And I've noticed that's true for a lot of people. Very rarely do people say, my left thigh gets tight when I get upset, right? Your hands might clench, your jaw might clench. But do you feel it in your body? The answer is, of course, you feel it in your body. Now, what do most of us do when we get upset? Going back to my dry cleaner issue, we get through it, we get out of it, I handed them my debit card so that I literally did the math in my head. It's going to cost me, I don't know how much it was. It was like $40-50 to get back probably $300 or $400 worth of shirts. And I was almost weighing whether to do it. So I got through it, and my body was tense now. Okay. Got through it. And I waited for the tension to go away. Now, isn't that normal? Wouldn't you consider that normal? You get in a difficult, challenging situation, you feel tension. Now, I'm overdoing it for effect here because I'm on camera, okay? But you feel it. Your breathing goes from deep and relaxed, shallow, and in here you go into fight or flight mode. Now, you hopefully contain your behavior well enough so that you neither fight nor flee, but you just go through it, and then over time, your body begins to relax. Now, DBT, Dialectical Behavior Therapy, teaches this modality called R.E.S.T. This is an acronym, R-E-S-T. And the first thing you are invited to do or encouraged to do, which is not an easy thing to do, it is a hard thing to do. And I've been doing it lately with just little irritations. For example, yesterday, I was attempting to balance my checkbook. Notice the term attempting. Usually I balance it like that, and it always balances it just perfectly. Well, yesterday there was a little anomaly. It took me 3 hours, and I found this tension building in my body. And especially when I realized at the end that I had made a simple mistake. That's really all it was. I didn't get into the whole blame thing or I wasted the last 3 hours, but I was cumulatively, my body kept trying to stress itself. Cortisol was getting released into my body as I was going, trying to figure this out. Now that's somewhat normal, okay? But what I was doing was trying to do the R in rest. Relax. Now, that doesn't mean your mind. That doesn't mean get over the situation. It means analyze how tense you are in your body and relax your body. First, relax your body. This is typically the very last thing we do when we're upset. In fact, we don't even think to do it. We wait until the body itself relaxes simply because we get over, hopefully, whatever has upset us. If instead we can go, relax, all right, where am I feeling tension? And I do this and I feel it as energy and it's in this area, as I say, my chest, my stomach. And I realize that I'm not breathing. And so one of the most important things to do is I'll take a breath to a count of 10 and then say the word relax in my head. So before I even engage in the upsetting situation, the goal is, I'm telling you, this is a goal. I also told you at the beginning, this wasn't easy, but it will transform your life. Relax your body first. Just relax your body first, all right? The E in REST stands for evaluate. Now, I thought this was stupid when I first heard of it, but it's amazing because we are human animals. Let's be honest. We are primates. And the other thing about us being primates is that unlike the other primates, there's a group of primates called the media that are actively working to keep us anxious, nervous, stressed, upset, okay? And it feeds other people. And whether or not we expose ourselves to that on a regular basis, other people are. One of my neighbors was telling me about how he was talking to someone else and they were saying that this is not a pandemic. This is a plandemic. Bill Gates and the Chinese got together and everything like that. And I'm like, okay. Relax your body. And then the E, which I said sounds crazy, is evaluate. And by evaluate, it means, are you in danger? The media is constantly trying to tell you you're in danger. Boo! I often do this thing when I'm speaking on stage. I'll say, the local news will say things like, is your toaster trying to kill you? Find out after this. It's stuff like that because they literally know that producers are charged with the quarter hour. They want to sweep you through that quarter hour. And one of the best things they can do is to scare you. So you need to evaluate whether or not you're in actual danger. Actual danger. We react to mental processes the same as if someone is standing there with a knife or a gun. We have not evolved past that. And since most of us are already keyed up, upset from the media and from what other people tell us about what the media says, we truly feel like we're in danger. We need to ask ourselves, am I in danger? And as I was working on balancing my checkbook, I kept saying, am I in danger? And my ego went, yes, you're in danger of messing this up. And I thought, okay, well, if I mess this up, then what will I do? Well, I know this accountant who comes in and cleans up my messes if I ever do it. She's reasonably priced and she could do it by tomorrow. So I'm not in any danger. I'm not in danger. All right, so the R, relax your body first and foremost. Do you see my shoulders intentionally relaxed just then? The E stands for evaluate. Evaluate whether or not you are in danger. True danger. The S is strategize. Strategize. Now, you can't strategize if you don't have a strategy. In other words, what you need to do is, prior to getting into a stressful situation, for example, by the way, stressful situations tend to repeat themselves. If you work with a certain person or someone in your family or one of your friends or something like that. So develop a strategy for when they trigger you. Develop a strategy for how you're going to do it. All right. What you're going to do in that situation. Situations are unique. I can't go into everything here. Get the Dialectical Behavior Therapy Workbook. Gets into that at the end, I think. Anyway, relax, evaluate whether or not you're in actual danger. You're not in most cases. If you are, run. As Richard Pryor used to say, run. All right. The S is strategy. Strategize. In other words, in this particular situation, stressful situation, what would be my most positive, constructive, beneficial, in line with my goals strategy? What would be my strategy? And then immediately take action on that strategy. Now, everybody wants to jump to the take action because it even has the immediately take action. But that's only after you have completely relaxed your body or done your best to completely relax your body. I mean, think about it. If someone's rude or nasty to you, which is more beneficial? To take a second to relax your body, which will, by the way, signal to your mind to relax. We are symbiotic beings. We are psychosomatic. Psyche, soma, mind, body, one entity. And when we relax our bodies, our mind relaxes. And when our mind relaxes, we can make better choices about what it is we want to say. Now, I'm telling you, as a person who tends to be reactive, and it, I guess, has worked for me, and realizing in not every case does it work for me at all. In some cases, it goes poorly. Taking this idea of when something happens and going, this does not demand an immediate response, even if it seems it does, and taking time to relax my body, your body, evaluate. Are you in danger? No. Calm down. The S, strategy. What's the best thing to do in this situation? And literally go through A, B, C. Meanwhile, the person's standing there waiting. So what? And then you take action. And ideally, take gentle action. That's always the goal. Be gentle. Ultimately, be loving. R.E.S.T, rest your body. Relax your body, rather. Evaluate whether or not you're in actual danger. Strategize and take action. Give that a try. Just try and relax your body. Pick that first and foremost. When you feel stress going throughout the day or when something triggers you, that's the key. If something upsets you or makes you feel that fight or flight mode where you've got the narrow breathing, then just see if you can rest your body. Count 10 inhaling and say the word relax in your mind as you slow down. And since I said slow down, now's your chance to click share. And when you do click share, please let us know that you shared by typing the word share. And I love to see all the thumbs up and the hearts and everything else. Thank you so much. I do see every one of those, and I gratefully appreciate them. All right, so hi, everyone, says Ed Wilmot. I feel grateful for peace and serenity in my life. That's a wonderful thing. Hey, grateful for my purple bracelet. Willow, what day are you on? Let us know. I know you're part of our complaint-free life inner circle. In my stomach. That's where you feel it. Yeah, it's really kind of in here. I used to do this thing when I did ministerial counseling where I would invite people to say, okay, where is it? Where do you feel, this stress or pain or in their bodies? And it was always in the trunk. Let's put it that way. Okay. It was in the trunk, usually the trunk of the body, not the rear. Hey, Brad from Ireland, grateful for my job. Good for you. Sue Grand Champ, hi, good to see you. Lynn Blackman, my cousin, good to see you. Reactive is hereditary. Okay. There's actually evidence to show it's 50% hereditary. So yes, there are people who can have that issue. However, if you're in a reactive family, number one, it's going to tip it off. And number two, it's going to trigger it. It's going to launch it for you. And number two, it simply is a mode of living. Again, I say, go watch Seinfeld, watch George Costanza. Every conversation is going to end in a yelling with his family. And he's easily triggered. That's super cool, says Courtney. My pleasure. Good to see you, Courtney. Gloria, grateful for the beach. Which beach are you on there? First one to share, says Christy. Lynn has shared, and my gut tells me the truth, says Gloria. Awesome possum. Sharing and writing notes, says Linda. Good stuff. I feel tension in my shoulders. Shared. Ditto for me too. I think I mentioned to you that one of the things my father would do is he would act like he was putting his hand lovingly on my shoulder, especially in situations, but he would squeeze it as a warning, like, don't make me take you out of here and whip you. And I feel it in my shoulder as well. Now, when a wave of emotion comes on, it's in the front of my body. Awesome. Great. Jennifer says shared, and my favorite show, says Linda. My favorite show. That's awesome. I'm in Satellite Beach. Great. Good to know some of you are actually very close. So when we do when we get together at the end of the year, it's going to be great. So I just realized that one of our sources is not included, but that's all right. Listen, everybody. So today, I want to challenge you just for today. When something triggers you, not if, when something triggers you, I want you to just relax your body. Don't even deal with the issue unless it's on, as my ex-wife Gail used to say, unless it's on fire, there's blood. Just she would tell my daughter, just leave us alone for a while, unless there's fire or blood. Unless there's fire or blood, take time and relax. Relax your body and see if you don't address the issue in a much healthier, happier way that builds relationships and makes you feel better. Enjoy today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
No more complaining people. Their lives are changing. We're flying high, creating a complaint-free world. No more complaining people. Their lives are changing. We're flying high, creating a complaint-free